This is the prep packet video for Unit 4, Chapter 9.5. This is for objective number 4, where we multiply radical expressions using the FOIL, F-O-I-L, method. So, you're used to using FOIL, and it stands for, in case you forgot, first, outer, inner, last. And the way we do that, just to review, is the idea that I'm going to multiply my first terms, and then I'm going to multiply my outer terms. Then I'm going to multiply my inner terms, and then I'm going to multiply my last terms. And that's probably the most common way you've been taught. And once you do that, you combine like terms, which are usually just the ones in the middle, and you get a quadratic in this case, because it has a power of 2. Well, you can do the same thing if you're working with radical expressions. The big thing to remember is that the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 equals this, right? I can't say this enough because it's such a common error that people make. I want you to make sure that you're not one of them. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of these. Now, let's see. We have the 3 times 6 is 18. That's the first. The outer is 3 times the square root of 3. The inner, 6 times the square root of 3, and then the last would be the square root of 3 times the square root of 3. I'm just going to do it this way for this one time. So let's combine like terms. I have 18 plus, and then I have these here, so I can combine them. 3 and 6 is 9 root 3 plus, and remember, this undoes that and leaves behind the 3. So in the end, I'll have 21 plus 9 root 3. Okay, so let's look at this next one. And here I'm going to say 4 times 2 is 8 times that, plus 4 times, so that's, oops. Pay attention to your signs. One of the things that happens is that we're so busy worrying about the radicals that we don't pay attention to the signs. So here I have 4 times negative 8, and the square root of 2 times the square root of 5 would be the square root of 10. And now I'm going to do my inner terms, the square root of 2, or 5, sorry, times that. So that'll be plus 10 root 10. And then I'm going to do my last ones, and it's going to be minus 2 times this. So now let's simplify. That leaves behind the 2, so I'll have 8 times 2 minus, here I have some like terms. 10 minus 8 is 2, so it's plus 2 times the square root of 10. And then here, my last one is the same as, remember I have this, so minus 2 times 5. Simplify some more. 16 plus 2 root 10 minus 10. So that would be 6 plus 2 root 10. And I want you to notice, I haven't said anything about it, but in this case, I can't reduce that. There's no hidden squares in there. Same up here. There's no hidden squares. So here I have the square the square root of 5 squared plus, let's do the outer one, 3 times the square root of 5, sorry, that was times 2t, plus, let's do the middle ones, the square root of 2t times 5 plus the square root of 2t squared. So that's 5. And then I have like terms here, so 3 plus 1 is 4. And let's do some simplifying. That's 10 root t plus, and remember this undoes it, so I have 2t. Not pretty, but functional. So again, this is a pattern that you already know about. You know how to FOIL. It's the same thing. What you're paying attention to is the square roots and the product rule, where the square root of 5 times the square root of 3x equals the square root of 5 times 3x. So those are some key things that you want to think about. Then I want you to take a look in the book and do the practice you try problems on page 557 and include that work with your prep packet. And that's it for this one. Thanks.